Anyway, razor, straight razor, or electric razor, which I've already psychically foreseen that well, there's going to be a lot of industries and a lot of millionaires and more millionaires and billionaires that are going to want me dead, which there's already a list. So that's for me telling the truth, trying to raise awareness. But here, so no disrespect for these companies that I know that are going to lose money pretty quick when my videos go viral in the next few months. There's a lot of industries that are going to take major hits, and some of those are the type that would want to add more hits to me. So eventually, one might get me, but if they set an appointment, I'll stop and smile. But I've already seen the future, and I know that there's going to be more attempts, even though they're not going to get me. But anyway, so I am generally older than most people would think, and I have had pretty much fights at parties start over girls pretty much calling me a liar when I tell them how old I am, and they're like, no, you're not that old. And I'm like, yes, I am. At the time I was 40, and there was pretty much she's trying to get her boyfriend to fight me, saying I was lying, which she's sitting here hitting on me in front of her boyfriend, which I respected him more than her. And some other dude ended up fighting him, which got whooped real quick. For you don't go poke a bear or a sleeping dog. And this guy was a good guy, and he was being patient with his drunk girlfriend, being rude, and ended up getting pressed by some college jock that thought he was sticking up for me, which I don't need anybody to really stick up for me. I'm usually the one that fights other people's battles. And that's what I'm here doing now, raising awareness, fighting the battle for you to save all your souls. The things I post some of them are the most important information you would ever get in all of your lifetimes, all incarnations. I give the cheat codes how to pass judgment. So if you want a chance, you better follow some of those codes. Otherwise, you're going to have minimal to no chance at getting into heaven. And I promise you this, and I know. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to raise awareness. But you have to meditate to pray within, search and learn love for self to love all. Expand mind, body, and soul for spiritual growth. But the main thing is conscious cleanses. You have to do regular conscious cleanses, like almost daily, to shed past life karmic debts and soul contracts. Or if you've got somebody that your soul is running, it's in another life right now, and they're not so good people, but you got to purify, cleanse mind, body, and soul. Just in case one of those guys is not such a good guy, you got to say your blessings for yourself, your soul, to hope that it clears whatever bad juju or bad karma or ill will that person's doing. It's real stuff, But anyway, razors. I always use prefer not using electric razors. So sometimes they're handy. You got to trim the sideburns. You got to trim stuff, trim the beard, whatever. But my angels told me not to use the electric razor for multiple reasons. The vibrations, the buzzing, the frequency is, because some frequencies are damaging to your brain, to your mind. A lot of Wi-Fi frequencies can be very dangerous. A lot of cell phone frequencies. We got so many impeding frequencies all around us. You want to decalcify your pineal gland with spirulina and use your Wi-Fi receiver to the universe. That's the only frequency you need to be working on. But it's a little bit harder and takes work. But I use generally straight razors. Well, not straight razors, which now I have like the old-fashioned straight razor thing that was given to me, but not like a straight blade, which going to have a professional barber or stylist, which, stylists, some of them can still do but a barber man, that you trust with your life, because he's got a straight blade right there sliding across your jugular. But they're also counselors, barbers, stylists, and some people, help people through life situations and marriages. And I've known many stylists and used to be their guinea pig at cosmetology schools. And I've had, not the good facial, but facials, manis, pedis. I used to love getting pulled around like a little puppy dog through those places by all those pretty girls. All the Mario Chikosi girls. When Mario Chikosi opened, I had 13 different girls' phone numbers. Mario number 1 through 13. They worked for the Chicagoland places when they opened, and those girls were making like 120 grand a year right out of junior college or whatever. That was pretty impressive. But I'll always respect that, and respect that he's given plenty of my friends the opportunity for good careers. And I think I know his nephew, but anyway. So use like my favorite razor, which girls would always steal from me, was the Mach 3. The Gillette Mach 3. This is like one of the best razors because it's not too many blades where the hairs, can still wash out and rinse out and not get stuck in there and you're beating and trying to get all the hairs out. But then the Fusion, the 5 blades came out, and then the girls would take that too. They liked it, but then the Venus things came out, and I've taken a bunch of them myself. But the Dollar Shave Club, when that came out, that was a game changer and saved a lot of money on razor supplies. And I know Squatch does something like that now as well, which they have natural soaps, which you can all make your own soap and make your own biodiesel, and then use the lye to make your own soap out of the biodiesel. That's just a smart thing to do. But anyway, so the razor takes a layer of dead skin off of your face, so it keeps you fresh and clean. It's like makes the skin regrow there, so it's not going to wrinkle as easy and not look as old and beat up. But if you watch people that have used electric razors their whole life, like one of my friends, may rest in peace, he always used them, and he looked a lot older, and he was much younger than me, and he looked older and more beat up in the face, and just because of the razor. But I hydrate a lot better. I actually drink water. Water, as my angel said, is my fountain of youth, just for the fact that I've always tried to flush my system and wash toxins out. And if you see bubbles or yellow pee, you're not hydrated. If you're not peeing clear pee, you're not hydrated properly. It's just as simple as that. You're not supposed to have color. Maybe as soon as you wake up first thing in the morning, a little bit of color. But if you see bubbles or color, there's something wrong. You're either not hydrated or you got internal things that you need to start upping your spirulina levels to try to fix. But anyway, it's so relaxing. I was going to say, getting a straight shave by somebody, either a pretty girl walking around you or a professional barber that, which, I don't call a man a stylist unless he's a fruitcake and that's what he wants to be called. But you call a man a barber. But some of them have style and fashion sense as well. But, they're more of counselors, barbers and stylists, that's the way I see them. Just a place to go relax and have somebody wash your... Man, it feels so good having a girl wash your hair in those high-pressure things, and it just looking at their eyes when they're cutting hair. But I'm very particular on who I let cut my hair now. Only friends that I love, which I've got one girl that I've primarily had cut my hair for a long time, and a couple others that are friends that enjoy doing it, and some of them do very good jobs. But I don't really plan on getting a haircut for a while. I just get a few inches of split ends taken off. That's enough for me. But I do like it a little bit shorter for dancing, so it flips around better. That's why I let it grow out in the first place. So when I'm headbanging, it's got a different effect. But anyway, I'm saying razors. We're supposed to have a little bit of a facial hair, which I don't like. I like clean cut, shave. But my angels told me I'm supposed to keep something like this for at least until I get loved right properly, because the girl that I care for somehow, since I have not seen her in years, became a fan of beards. Even though most of the guys that have beards do it just because of try to get the lumberjack effect, so they can feel like real men, even though most are very far from it. But whatever. Get in where you fit in, right? Take it till you make it, even though that's something I've never aligned with. Ignorance is not bliss. But I don't know if the Dollar Shave Club is still out there, but that was the best deal in town. But otherwise, my favorite razor was the Gillette Mach 3, and I just thought it was the most efficient because the 3 blades cleaned easier than the 5. Prayers and blessings that all know me. Rogue One. Yarr.